Rudy Giuliani and this Donald Trump.
Maybe you could tell me what you think of this thing.
I like that.
Sorry, we should have warned you first. You cannot unsee this. We don't even know what the message of this video is supposed to be, but we do think they make a cute couple.
Oh, you dirty boy, you! Oh!
Just because he trotted out on stage with his hair and told you everything you wanted to hear, which is exactly what's happening. Everybody's been dying for anyone from our political industrial complex to step out on a stage in front of a mic and say what they want to hear, because no one is. Because no one's telling the truth about how horribly broken, corrupt, and tyrannical everything has become. And it's beyond repair at this point. This is the part where you throw the entire cake batter out and start a new one, because you cannot keep going with this. Do not bake this cake is what I'm saying. Okay, screw the cake analogy. The point is, Trump is not going to save you from that. He's only going to tell you what you want to hear.
I think that I would be her, worst nightmare in a sense. And I think nobody's been tougher on Hillary.
He thinks Hillary Clinton is going to be the Democratic nominee. What do you think?
I think she will be. I know her very well. She's very talented, and she has a husband that I also like very much. I think she's going to get the nomination rather easily.
But Hillary's a great friend of mine. Her husband is a great friend of mine. They're fantastic people. I mean, the thing, they get a bad knock. She's a very nice woman. People think tough, and I guess she's tough, but she's a very nice woman, and he's a very nice guy. We know all about the smarts and how smart they are, but they are good people. I've known her and her husband for years, and I really like them both a lot. I think she really works hard. I think she does a good job, and I like her. We have a disaster called the Big Lie, Obamacare.
A liberal in healthcare. We have to take care of people that are sick.
Universal health coverage.
I like universal.
Hillary Clinton's coming out with a new health care plan the other day. Obviously, she had a bad experience back in '93 and '94 when she was First Lady.
I think it was very good. I think she came out with an idea. It's a very, very complex set of things going on right now in terms of healthcare. But she came out with an idea. It sounds like a pretty good idea, and a lot of people like it and embraced it. I love universal.
But Ivanka and Chelsea have a private relationship, one that has grown more intimate over the years. The two women, both in their 30s, new moms and living in Manhattan, finding bonds in their similarities and their family ties. Both married men of the Jewish faith, Ivanka converting with marriage. On social media, they both seem to be president of the Others fan club, effusive in their praise on Facebook and tweeting out compliments.
A lot of people here care about economics. They also care about social issues. Where are you now on the question of if abortion should be illegal and whether same-sex marriages should be allowed?
Well, I'm pro-life, and I have.
Well, what does that mean to you?
Well, it means it's an issue. I mean, it is an issue, and it's a strong issue.
Partial birth abortion, the eliminating of abortion in the third trimester, big issue in Washington. Would President Trump ban partial birth abortion?
Well, look, I'm very pro-choice. I hate the concept of abortion. I hate it. I hate everything it stands for. I cringe when I listen to people debating the subject. But I just believe in choice.
But you would not ban it?
No.
Or ban partial birth abortion?
No, I am pro-choice in every respect and as far as it goes, but I just hate it.
If abortion should be illegal and whether...
Well, I'm pro-life.
Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.
Hillary Clinton told everyone she was going to announce her run in January. It didn't happen because the pedophile scandal with Bill Clinton surfaced back again, which was likely a Valerie Jarrett move. Okay, so then she put off announcing her run, which she had already told everyone she was going to do. Okay, then when she started to think about doing it again in March, here's Valerie Jarrett again leaking the fact that she had private email, private servers. So then she put it off again. Finally, she couldn't keep putting it off, and in April, Hillary Clinton announced that she was going to run. But by May, this email server thing was still not going very well, okay? And in late May, it is on record that Bill called up his good friend, longtime established family friend, Donald Trump, and they had a nice long chat. And then several weeks later, who decides to announce their run for president? Donald Trump. Wow, what a shock. and it's a big giant distraction.
I'm really rich. I'll show you that in a second.
From the other stuff that's actually going on right now. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, but really, this is to take up the GOP's time. It's to take up percentage points from the other players and basically try to shift away some of this stuff that's going on with Hillary. And his attacks on Hillary are all pretty ridiculous, considering what good friends they are.
I give to everybody. When they call, I give. With Hillary Clinton, I said, be at my wedding, and she came to my wedding. You know why? She had no choice because I gave.
When asked specifically what you got in return from Hillary Clinton, you said, well, I wanted her to come to my wedding, and so she did.
Well, but
Why
I said that as a joke. I know,
okay.
but I was joking, obviously, when I said that.
Two things. First, you would not want this person anywhere near the White House if we lived in a sane, rational world. They have driven people to the point that they're actually begging for Donald Trump to be president because he's going to save America. It blows my mind.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Let's get something straight here. Two men in a pub could bore and bewilder you for several hours with football talk, if you were daft enough to let them. But the rules of football are pretty simple. It's the same with politics. The universe of histories and details go on forever. But the basic rules of capitalism are quite easy to understand. And so are the consequences of those rules. It really isn't rocket science. And once you understand what the rules are, you're then in a position to ask yourself a novel question: whether you actually agree with those rules. Let's have a look at some of these rules or facts of life. See if you think they're complicated. See if you think they really exist or I've just made them up. Rule of thumb number 1. Very roughly speaking, 5% of the world's population owns 95% of the wealth. That's the land, the resources, the lot. That's about 1 person in 20. 1 person has all the wealth and the power, 19 have nothing very much at all. That's called the unequal distribution of wealth. It might sound unfair, it might seem unjust, but it's a fact of life and it's legal. That's not complicated, is it? Here's another rule, a golden rule. The people who have the gold make the rules. That's why it's all legal, in case you were wondering. Here's some more rules in no particular order. Rule 3. The more money you've got, the more you can make. Rule 4. The less money you've got, the less you can get. Rule 5. The poorer you are, the more expensive everything is. Rule 6. The poorer you are, the iller you'll be, the sooner you'll die, and the worse off your kids will be. Rule 7. The poorer you are, the worse your education will be, and the worse your job will be. Rule 8. The worse the pay, the harder the job. Rule 9. The opposite of Rule 8. The higher the pay, the easier the job. For example, company directors get paid, say, 100 times what a warehouse worker gets. But who goes home most exhausted? Rule 10. If you're really rich, you're a capitalist. You don't need to do any work at all. Rule 11. The poor pay for every mistake made by the rich. Rule 12. Rich people start wars that poor people have to fight. Rule 13. Most rich people get rich by inheriting. Occasionally there's a rags to riches story, but they're vanishingly rare. Rule 14. Most poor people stay poor through hard work, thrift and sacrifice. That's enough rules. You decide, have I made these up? Am I just a cynic? Or do they sound like things that you've thought as well? You'd never get politicians saying any of this, that's for sure.